Yo guys, it's Slyroh. You already know that today we're taking a look at the upcoming fall 2022 anime. This year has already been a really good year for anime, and I think this season is just going to really cement this year as just one of the best ones for anime. This seems like this season is stacked. I am so excited for a lot of the stuff coming out, but as always, I am going to go through, find all the shows that I think look interesting, and let y'all know about what I am potentially going to be watching. I'm doing this a little bit early, but it looks like as I scroll through a little bit, it looks like a lot of things have like descriptions and stuff. So that was what I was worried about. Hopefully this is a better viewing experience than some of my past ones that I've done, because I now learned that you can change the titles to be the English titles, so now I don't need to worry about clicking on them to find the translations. I also actually have my mouse cursor captured this time, that way you can see sort of what I'm looking at, and I can highlight certain parts of the paragraphs and whatnot. So yeah, we're just gonna jump into it. I have heard that there are a lot of good stuff, so let's see if we can talk about some of the popular stuff. Let's see if we can find some hidden gems, and let's basically, you know, come together and decide that I'm not going to have any sort of social life, as I am too busy trying to watch all this anime because there's just so much good stuff. But alright, let's go ahead and jump into it. And yeah, for those of you that don't know, basically all I do is I can pretty easily tell something that I'm going to be interested in, just based on the visual, a slight synopsis, the sort of like genre tags, and then sometimes I'll look and see whether the source material is like highly rated or things like that. And yeah, I just go off of things that I've heard and things that I see appealing and find anime that looks good. And I have a pretty high success rate. There were some that were not successful in the last anime season, which I will talk about whenever I do that video where I talk about the summer anime. But that'll be a separate video. So let's go ahead and jump into this one. One Piece, I mean, don't watch it yet. Maybe someday. Spy Family Core 2, yeah, it's just a continuation of Spy Family. I think it was originally supposed to be a 24 episode thing, or 25 episode, whatever, and they just put it into 2. So yes, obviously I will be watching that. I don't know if I need to add that as a separate entry on my anime list, or if that just, yeah, it is part 2. So alright, I guess I'll add that as a plan to watch. That works. Uncle from Another World I don't think counts. It looks like it's 13 episodes, and I think it just started a little bit late. I have not watched it. I've heard good things. I may watch it at some point, but that's only if there's really room for it, so I have no idea. But obviously here's the big one, Chainsaw Man. If you've not heard about Chainsaw Man, you're going to. Chainsaw Man is, I mean, you thought the hype for like Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, you know, things like that were through the roof. Chainsaw Man was so hyped up that I had heard about it before it even got announced for any sort of anime adaptation. It was hyped to the point where the manga was so highly regarded that I actually read the manga. And this is one of like 4 manga that I've ever actually like read start to finish. And Chainsaw Man has the potential to be my favorite anime of all time. People are going to hype this up. I before this even airs, this is your anime of the year. At like the Crunchyroll Worlds, whatever, this is going to be the one that wins all the awards. And if you are not ready to accept that, then I'm sorry, this is not going to be a good time to be an anime fan. Because everybody and their mother is going to be hyping up Chainsaw Man and talking about it as the greatest thing ever. Whether it will be the greatest thing ever or not, is, you know, remains to be seen. But the story, fantastic. Characters, great. Mappa is obviously going to make the fights and whatnot look really, really good. So Chainsaw Man is like the easiest like recommend of my life. Even if it isn't going to be your favorite thing, this is one of those that if you just want to be kept up with like what is happening in the anime community, knowing what's happening in Chainsaw Man is probably just going to be for the best, because everybody is going to be talking about it. So yeah, Chainsaw Man, you know, it sucks for every other anime that came out this year, because now they have no chance at winning anime of the year. So everything else is just going to be a hidden gem next to Chainsaw Man. It is going to break the internet when it drops like every week. So that's crazy. My Hero Academia Season 6, I did know that this was coming out. I thought the end of Season 5 was really good. The first half of Season 5 I didn't care about as much, but when they started focusing on more of the villains and whatnot, I thought it was really good. I think around this time is some of peak Academia manga from people that have read it and have said that. I did not really read the manga. I read a little bit of it, but I basically stopped around where the anime was in Season 4. I read some of that, and then, yeah, I stopped reading, so I have no idea what's going to happen, but I am optimistic about it. I'm not the biggest Academia fan, but I definitely enjoy it, and I enjoy it enough to watch the 6th season of it, so good enough for me. Mob Psycho 100, I mean, Season 3, absolutely. That is going to be fantastic. Mob Psycho 100. I've actually been rewatching it with some friends. It's already on my plan to watch. I've been rewatching it with some friends. The first season, we just finished the first season at the time of recording this, and then we'll be watching the second season. So I'm going to be all caught up, ready to go. Mob Psycho 100 is a fantastic show. It is one of, not my absolute favorites, but it's pretty close. It's like right under the bar of like my absolute favorites. It is fantastic, and I expect nothing but the best for season 3, which I think is going to end off the series. I don't think there's that much more to be adapted, and I'm pretty sure the digital manga is ended. So I think season 3 is going to complete the rest of the series, which I'm looking forward to. Boruto, don't care about. Bleach, don't care about. I am, happy for Bleach fans that finally get this. Apparently the 1,000-Year Blood War is like a good arc. And so that is finally going to get adapted for the people that care about Bleach. I didn't really care about Bleach. I got to the Soul Society arc, which is the arc that everybody says is like really good, and even that couldn't really keep my interest. So if the best arc in the series isn't going to keep my interest, then I'm not going to watch the whole thing. But hopefully they do this well for all the people that do care about Bleach, because Bleach is still an important anime in, for the history of anime. So I hope for the people that like it that it's good. But I will not be watching that. Alright, so let's start getting into stuff that I don't know about. What is The Eminence in Shadow? Action, comedy, fantasy, isekai. People are just suited to play part of the flashy in-your-face hero, or the dastardly mustache-twirling villain. Village? I have no idea what I'm saying. Instead, they operate in the shadows, pull the strings of society with wit and cleverness. Okay, that's the role Sid wants to play when he's transported to another world. Sid spins a yarn or three and becomes the unlikely leader of an underground Shadow Garden organization that fights against a menacing cult, which he totally made up. What? However, there's a catch even his wild imagination didn't see coming. All he concocted actually exists, and they're beyond displeased that his power fantasy has gotten in the way of their evil plans. It's weird. I'm not much of an isekai guy, but I will definitely give it a chance if it sounds familiar. I don't know. What sort of things... Darwin's Game is, like, awful. I hated Darwin's Game. It was not very good. Okay, so there's not a history of high-quality shows. I haven't heard of any of the other ones. So... And it is based off a light novel. I think this would be one that I would have to hear about and hear that it's good. I don't think I'll be watching that. Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun Season 3. That is pretty hype. I have not seen it, but I've only heard good things about it. So at some point, I feel like I should try and watch the show. Yeah, Season 3 is on the way for anybody who is a fan of that series. I've heard good things, and I may watch it, but probably won't get around to watching it this year. We got, JoJo, Stone Ocean. I've not started watching JoJo yet. So I thought... Wasn't there a JoJo's that was airing earlier this year? Was that this, or was that a different part of this? Or I don't know. I don't know what the production of like current JoJo's is right now. Whenever I start watching it, I'll start from the beginning. So I have a lot of catching up to do. So, won't be watching it this season, but eventually I will. To Your Eternity Season 2. To Your Eternity is a pretty good show. I mean, certain anime fans definitely hyped it up to be better than it was, but... it's basically about this, like, being, Fushi. He was an orb cast onto Earth, and then Fushi sort of just grows into, like, a person as he sort of meets, characters around him, and it's sort of about his travels and how he goes from place to place, usually learning about the people there and learning things that help him, but he also has, like, there's, like, an enemy that sort of keeps coming after him and attacking him and whatnot, so... So this is decades have passed. Decades later, Fushi's archenemy has once again returned to the world, and turned the world upside down. And he's on the attack, and Fushi has to fight against him. So, this is a good series. So I think it should already be on my plan to watch. So, yep, it is. So, because that was announced a long time ago that it was going to happen. So that'll be pretty nice. It seems like it's not starting for 34 days now. Everything else is, I'm recording this like, September 18th, so that's what these days are, so that's like, this isn't going to start until like the end of October or something. Interesting. But yeah, it's a solid series. If you like the first season, I assume this will be quality, and I liked it enough to check out season 2, but I don't think it's gonna blow me away in the way that some of these other shows will. Uzaki-chan wants to hang out season 2. I did not watch the first season, so that is not for me. Reincarnated as a sword sounds pretty awful. Our protagonist is a sword. He's taken up by Fran, a desperate girl. The new weapons, blah, blah, blah. Is able to strike down our captives, secure freedom. Okay, that seems pretty generic. I've never heard of this animation studio. World End sounds vaguely familiar. And I don't think I have heard of any of these shows. So, this is going to be a hard pass. I'm not sure what would have to sell me that little like character design also doesn't provide me with a lot of confidence. So yeah. This I have heard about. Blue Lock is a sports anime. If you know me, I love my sports anime. It is a soccer manga. I actually want to bring up the my anime list, because I before even reading the synopsis, this is absolutely going on a plan to watch list. And I want to see the manga. It's rated 8.41, which is like really high. So it is a highly regarded soccer anime. When I've been watching Awashi, and I think it is a fantastic show. And I have heard people make mention that when, they were thinking about soccer adaptations that were going to get hyped this year, Awashi was not the one they were expecting. They were expecting Blue Lock to really take that title. So this is a highly regarded sports manga. Do I know? The time I got Reincarnated as Slime, not my favorite series, but I think the animation is solid. So that definitely provides some amount of confidence. I don't think Stars Align. I like Stars Align. I don't know that the animation was like all that impressive there, but I mean, this is just adapting a manga, so it should be fine. And I think I've seen some like screenshots, whatnot. But all right, let's see a little bit more about what it even is. After disastrous defeat at the 2018 World Cup, Japan's team struggles to regroup. What's missing? An absolute ace striker who can guide them to the win. Okay, so a striker who hungers for goal, thirsts for victory, can be a decisive instrument in turning around a losing match. Do so, they've gathered 300 of Japan's best and brightest youth players who will emerge to lead the team. Is this just like a soccer battle royale? Hold up. I love me a battle royale. I love me a sports anime. If this combines them in some way, that is going to be fantastic, and I'm going to love that. I mean, surely it's just going to come down to the main character like wins, but like, I don't know. I don't know if it's a transition of that's the entire series, or the person who ends up winning that like 300 player thing then goes on to the team, and then it continues with the adventures of the team. But I'm definitely looking forward to that, and we'll see how that goes. I've somehow gotten stronger when I improve my farm-related skills. Oh gosh. Loves farming. We don't mean the video game sim. He wants to be a literal farmer. Oh my gosh. He's powered in the most unexpected ways. Okay. This is not for me. I don't care about farming. I don't care about like isekais. I don't even know if this is an isekai. This might actually just be like a fantasy. But I don't know. The way they say, maxing out stats and whatnot, I think this either going to be an isekai or it's going to be treated as one, even if it's not. So no thank you. Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer, no thank you. I'll talk more in depth about it when I talk about the anime from summer, but I watched one episode and knew that it was not for me, and I only heard bad things from everybody else that watched it. Apparently the manga's better, but no thanks. So whoever is still watching that, congrats, you get to watch all 24 episodes of it, but that is not going to be me. More than a married couple, but not lovers. Studio Mother? Your mother's making this? The story is set in high school. Students are forced to live as a pseudo couple. That does not seem to be my jam. In traditional marital class, suggestion they start living as a pseudo couple. And then given top performers, they practice various activities such as their first kiss in order to earn points. This seems a little trashy-ish. Out of pure curiosity, I see that it's based off of a manga. I need to know. Wow, okay. I mean, that could go either way. So it's probably not amazing, but it's probably not as terrible as it sounds. But I'm good. Let's see. I'm the villainess, so I'm taming the final boss. Break up by engaging with you, selling his words while attending a one-day party. Shocks Eileen Lauren Dotriche into remembering her previous life, and she comes to understand the situation. She is in the world, the ultimate game, Regalia of Saints, Demons and Maidens. The villainess, Eileen, gets in the way of the main character's romance. Okay, is this just like more, villainess all routes lead to doom type deal? Or my life as a villainess. I forgot what the proper title was. According to memories from previous life, only route is one of doom. Yeah, this is like the same thing. But if she makes the last boss, the Demon King Claude fall for her, then she might be able to avoid doom after all. Like you'd marry me. Okay, so no thanks. Like, there's been a couple of series that seem to try to copy off of the formula of My Life as a Villainess, and like I thought that one was good. Not great, but it was good, and I don't really need to see knockoff, versions of a good show. I say knockoff, I don't know, this is a light novel, I don't know which novels came first, so But in terms of my order of watching it, it's going to feel like a knockoff because it doesn't sound like that much is different. Although the art there looks pretty good. It looks like it would be a pretty good style. But I'm not, I'm not really jumping for joy at that one. Beast Tamer, action, comedy, fantasy. Beast Tamer fights alongside heroes to bring down the Demon King. Conan says, okay, you kick him out of the party. This is like nothing. Powerful tribe of cat people. Okay, but I'm good. I'm just gonna pass on that one. I don't know what this 2022 is. Is this like a remake of something that has existed before? First season broadcast 2. Urusei Yatsura, who's daughter of an invading race of Oni aliens, is smitten with a high school student, dedicated womanizer. Atsuru is unfazed by Lum's fierce electric shock attacks and continues his daily hunt for pretty girls. Okay, a classic slapstick love comedy where anything goes. Probably not my jam, so I'm good. David Production is like a good animation studio though, so who knows if this is something that is important. Just the fact that it says 2022 is just like, is this a remake of something? But I'm good. It's not gonna be for me. This poster seems pretty interesting for this, so I'm interested to see what this is. Shinobi no Itoki. Itoki Sakuraba was an ordinary student until his life was turned upside down. He finds that he's the 19th heir of the famous Iga ninjas. Iga must try to defend what is theirs from the Koga, a rivaling clan, seeking to end Itoki's life. He is left with no choice but to become a shinobi that's strong enough to not only protect himself, but also his village. Now a student at Koten Ninja Academy, a high school specializing in shinobi techniques, learns the way of modern-day ninjas equipped with high-tech suits and gadgets. Together with students from the other village, Itoki clashes with Koga in an attempt to end the rivalry once and for all. And it's just action. Innocent original from a studio that does not look familiar. I feel like I've heard of Recreators, I've heard about No Zero, heard of Bloom Into You. I mean, I've heard of almost all these things. I know 7. Huh. I am a little curious. I'm not sure if I will come around to actually watching this, but I'm going to add it as a plan to watch just because, ninja fights, is just inherently cool. And if there's any sort of likable characters that get involved in these ninja fights, then I could see it being a solid show. This is one of those that it could be a hidden gem, or it could completely flop and be not very good. I don't know, but I'm willing to try it out, especially since I haven't been adding as many anime as I was expecting. There's like the popular ones, but outside of all these ones that are new to me, I have not found too many that seem all that interesting. Golden Kamuy 4th season, that's another series that I have not seen, but I have heard good things about. I would like to watch eventually. So 4th season for people who care about Golden Kamuy, and yeah, hope it's good for everybody who cares. Peter Grill and the Philosopher's Time Super Extra. So this is just like oh, this is the 2nd season. The way to say extra, I was just like, okay, is that just like a special episode or something? I'm pretty sure I did not care. I didn't watch this, and I feel like I never heard anything to make me want to watch it, so I'm not gonna bother with the 2nd season. Let's see. Utawaru Mono Mask of Truth. White Fox, that is a studio that I do generally enjoy. Visual novel, Yamato descends into chaos following the death of Emperor, general on the right. Oh gosh, Troy says goodbye, trust, okay, that's too many words. I don't care. Okay, that is like a series, okay. That's like a series that already exists, and this is just like a continuation or finale of that. This Futo Pi, P, whatever, I don't know. I've heard about this. I have not started to watch it, but I've heard good things. This less counts as a fall anime, but it's just one of those that, like, it started late, so the last, like, 2 to 3 episodes are technically going to fall within the fall anime timeline. But it's not really a fall anime. But, yeah, potentially a solid show. I don't know if I'll ever watch it or not. It seems like some sort of mystery drama, drama, police, stated, supernatural. Seems pretty cool. Futoku no Guild, comedy, ecchi, harem, fantasy, shonen, probably not. Decided to retire out of fear of wasting his youth. That does not interest me in the slightest. No synopsis for something that doesn't start until November, for action, military schools, sci-fi slice of life. Okay, I don't know what this is or what it's related to. I would have to wait to hear people talk highly about it if that is anything that is good. I have no idea. Management of Novelist Alchemist. This is adventure fantasy slice of life. Just some semi-generic-ish anime girls. And alright, this is talking about alchemists. Go to alchemy school where you just learn how to do alchemy and stuff. Alright, no thanks. Case closed, or Detective Conan. Never seen it, so I'm good. So, Mobile Suit Gundam: The Witch from Mercury. I feel like I've heard a little bit about this. Obviously, it's a new Gundam series from Sunrise. It's original, and as far as I know, I think I've heard that this does not tie directly to like other like Gundam stuff, which means I think you may be able to watch this without any previous Gundam knowledge, which I don't have. I always found Gundam to be very interesting, but I have never really tried to give it a shot. But this could be something. Mercury is blah blah blah. Yeah, if that is the case, where this is like a series that you can watch without previous Gundam knowledge, then I may check it out. But I think I would need to do a little bit more research to see if that is indeed the case. If it is like newbie friendly or not. If it is, then I may check it out. But I'm not going to add it to my plan to watch yet. I will just keep that in mind. If I see people talking about it, then I may watch it, because I think Gundam seems pretty cool. Love flops, comedy, romance, school. Probably not from me. 5 girls from all over the world transfer to Aussie school, kicking off a series of misunderstandings and youthful events. That means nothing. It's also an original. And wait, this studio looks familiar, and I don't think it's a good. Yeah. They're the interspecies reviewers people. I was like, what? This looks familiar. And I think there was a couple other things that it did, but I'm gonna pass on that. Do it yourself. School slice of life. Building furniture and friendships have a lot in common. Intention, effort, and hard work are needed for both crafts. It's a story of girls in a DIY club building both as they carve out their futures. None of it comes easy, but that doesn't stop any of them. Furniture, friendships, and the future. They're building it all with their own hands. It's an original, but I feel like Pine Jam. I know they did Glepnir, which I thought was solid, but I mean it wasn't an original, so I don't know if they have a history of like good original stuff or not. But that the art style looks pretty interesting. I don't think I'll watch it, but I'm going to kind of keep my eye on it for if people start talking highly about it. And yeah, we'll see. Comedy, music, slice of life from Cloverworks. High school girl who's starting to learn to play the guitar because she dreams of being in a band, but she's so shy that she hasn't made a single friend. Dreams might come true. She meets a girl who plays drums and looking for a new guitarist in her band. I'm a sucker for music, especially what sounds like rock music. I am going to potentially hesitantly check this out. So it is an adaptation. Let me look at this adaptation. 7.21. So not the highest, but I think music anime can be carried strongly by good music. I am going to hesitantly put it on a plan to watch. I may check it out, and I will see how it goes. But that seems pretty cool. Bibliophile Princess from Madhouse, a drama historical romance. In bookletting, Lady Eliana spots Prince Christopher, betrothed in name only, sorting with another noble lady. She realizes the recent rumors must be true. The prince has someone he truly loves, which means the annulment of their engagement is both inevitable and fast approaching. Then realizes it's merely a surface ripple, one of many where the truth runs deep, and a conspiracy surpassing her imagination. I would have to hear good things about it. It doesn't immediately inspire confidence of being amazing, so I'm gonna pass on that. Raven of the Inner Palace, fantasy, historical magic. Oh, I thought this said Cow Queen. I'm like, that seems rude to call somebody the Cow Queen. Pro Queen is a little bit better. Does not sleep with the Emperor. Someone who said she's an old woman. Let's say she's a young girl. She's said to have magical powers. Okay. Oh my gosh, a lot. That doesn't immediately interest me. So again, I will wait to hear. It's adapting from just like a novel. That's pretty cool. But yeah, that doesn't inspire a lot of confidence. Doesn't speak to me, so I will probably pass on that. I'm starting to get to the bottom where there's like less synopsises and stuff like that. So Legend of Mana, Teardrop Crystal, don't really know anything about that, so don't know about that. Love Alternative Season 2, I've never even heard of that, so I have no idea what Season 1 is, but there you go. For like the 3 people that have heard of that, there you go, you got a Season 2. The Little Lies We All Tell, the secret story of 4 friends who each have a secret they cannot share with each other. I mean, that's very vague and doesn't say much. However, it is adapted from a manga, which means, hey, you know what? We can see if the manga is highly regarded or not. It is... well, if my computer will load the page. Okay. So, there's no rank. There's no review. I have no idea. I feel like I'm intrigued, but I also feel like this could be awful. I mean, does the studio have a history of doing anything? No. This is the most wild card thing I've ever seen. You think I won't? You think I won't? Think I won't watch this? Out of your mind. I'm so intrigued by what in the world this could possibly be. Yowamushi Pedal Limit Break. I've never actually seen any of Yowamushi Pedal. So, but that is pretty cool. I assume it's just a continuation of the series or something. I have no idea. But that is fun. Top Team Epic second season. I've never watched that, so I'm good. It's kind of funny that there's a second season. I also didn't realize that there was any sort of like manga about it. Berserk the Golden Age Arc Memorial Edition. Okay. So, a TV edit of the film trilogy. Sure. I've never watched any Berserk. I've never read any Berserk, even though I've obviously heard good things, but yeah, I don't think that I would be watching that. Akiba Maid War has no synopsis, but it is PA Works. There's not enough information for a show that's apparently going to air in 17 days without having a tag or a synopsis or anything that has been adapted from. I would have to wait. But if this is just a bunch of maids doing some sort of battle royale, then maybe. But yeah, that would probably be the only thing that would get me to watch that. I would need a little bit more encouragement to climb next summit. That art style looks pretty nice, but there's no synopsis, and it's probably just about climbing a mountain with a group of friends. So it's very heavily dependent on the characters. So I have no idea. And it doesn't interest me enough to want to like do the whole background check and see if the manga's highly regarded or anything. Play it cool, guys. The 2 core series, 50-minute episodes. They're so goofy. They're cool. A group of cool guys who seem like they've got that unapproachable swag. But look closer and you'll find a bunch of dorks who've gotten the act down pat. So sit back, grab some popcorn, and enjoy watching these clumsy dudes try to look cool all day, every day. No thanks. That would have to be really funny, and I just don't think it's going to be. Master has no tail. Okay. A shape-shifting Tanuki girl who dreams of becoming human. But it's been discovered. Okay. That doesn't tell me that much. So I will probably pass on that. Wow, just horror. Just straight-up horror. Housing Complex, an original horror thing that is 4 episodes? What? Lives in a small, low-cost housing complex located in the seaside town of Kurosaki, where the trouble seems to follow her everywhere she goes, and horrific incidents begin to occur. Is an ancient evil stalking the residents of Housing Complex C? That seems interesting, but I don't know. Do I want to watch a horror anime? I don't know. I feel like I might pass on this, but I will keep an eye out for if I hear good things about it, just because you never know. And we got Detective Conan. I feel like we should be getting towards the bottom here. Aruasa Dummy Head Mike ni Nataita Oreku no Jinsei. Slapstick comedy into a dummy head microphone? What? A microphone embedded in a fake human head to faithfully record the oral ambience. I'm good. I'm good. Idol 7. Megaton Musashi. I don't know what that is, but there's a season 2. Eternal Boys. More music. The Mature Idol Project. Alright, so some sort of idol anime, which I've never really done any sort of idol anime stuff. The old dogs can learn new tricks. You can still shine no matter your age. These middle-aged men at the end of the ropes are taking the stand. I mean, it could be good. It's an original. I don't know. It would be heavily dependent on the characters and the music. I don't think I'm going to immediately check it out, but I will keep an eye out because maybe it ends up being funny. And then I think we start getting to the kid stuff, things with no synopsis things. This is another one, a music thing that has a pretty cool looking poster, but no synopsis. And then we're down to like kids stuff, I think. That has no synopsis. And our style doesn't inspire confidence. Same there. Some sort of Yu-Gi-Oh thing. Human Crazy University. Death row prisoner. Is a prisoner on death row for murdering his fiancée. He's also an undead man who has survived many desperate situations. He's earned the interest of a research institution called Human Crazy University, which studies real-life miraculous phenomena and the people who become entangled in them. Now, subject in their research, Sasuke relates to them his memories of his immortal yet unhappy life. Why did he kill his fiancée? Good enough, the truth shed light on a much bigger conspiracy. What? This sounds so interesting. Why is this buried way down here? Like, between all the, like, kid stuff, continuation stuff, and like sequels that you've never heard of, and like things with no synopsis. What? Why is this here? I've never heard of this animation studio. I don't really know most of these. I will hesitantly. Oh, it doesn't even have on my anime list thing, so maybe I won't. I don't know where this is going to air on. Crunchyroll? Okay. I mean, it's possible. It's possible I watch that. I have to remember that it exists, but that seems like it could be good. I have no idea. Oh, here we go. Pui Pui Molcar Driving School. Let's go. Yeah, okay. Kids, Duel Masters, kids, you know, all that sort of stuff. So, okay. Well, that is, you know, what we're at right now. All right, I was expecting there to be a lot more that I was interested in. I think in terms of new anime that looks like it'll be good, it's kind of just the stuff that I had already heard about, which was like Blue Lock and like Chainsaw Man. Maybe this Bocchi the Rock could be good. I'm semi-curious about this, the Little Lies We All Tell, and that's kind of it. Maybe this ninja anime as well. So there's a couple things. We'll see how many of them turn out to be good. I'm really only confident in saying that Blue Lock and Chainsaw Man are going to be good, as well as sequels, you know, like To Your Eternity and like Mob Psycho, Academia, Spy Family. So things like that. Yeah. So not as stacked as I was originally thinking, but I do think that the quality of series like Chainsaw Man and Mob Psycho, maybe even Academia, if it's like a really good part of it, like could sort of you know, be the headlines of the season that will make it be highly regarded. So we'll see how it is when it's all said and done. You know, I will talk about the anime that I watched, as I might tweet out about some of that, but I will always make a video sort of talking about the things that I watched and how they are. So yeah, that is going to wrap it up. So hopefully you all have enjoyed. If you let me know what you are interested in, and any of your opinions about things that I said, and yeah, let's go ahead and talk about some anime, and I'll see you the next time that we do talk about some anime. So till then, peace out.